Hi. Hi. Okay. Hey, long time no see there. How you doing? This is weird. Okay. It feels really weird to talk to a camera right now. It's been a really long time since I talked to myself in a room. But I really want to get back to talking to myself on my phone / camera and posting it on the internet. So let's get past the weirdness and make this happen. Hey. I have a lot of explaining to do. I debated back and forth for a while about whether or not I wanted to post a video explaining what the fuck happened, or if I wanted to just go right into the stuff I had planned fucking 3 months ago, 2 months ago, however long it's been, I don't even know. I still don't know what's the right choice here, but I miss posting fucking YouTube videos, so we're gonna make a YouTube video and we're gonna post it because I want to get back to fucking making videos. I figured that probably the only people who would care about what the fuck I'm about to talk about in this video are people who are, you know, care about me as a person, which I don't know why. You would, but you do. There's some people who do, you know, subscribers, people who, you know, just like to stay updated in the, you know, mix, like what's going on. And then, so I figured I'd post this and then I can get back to regular content and no one who doesn't give a shit has to give a shit. So, I have a lot to talk about. I feel like we should get more comfortable so that we can like really discuss this. I'm gonna move camera. Hey, okay, this is more comfortable. I actually kind of like this. It feels like you guys are like, you know, chilling in my living room with me. I have a lot to update you guys on. I don't even know where to start at all. The last video I posted on my channel was right after Lady died, and I was very distraught. And so much has happened since then. So, okay, like, I feel like we'll just go in chronological order and I'll tell you guys everything that happened because it's been so much. Literally the past few months have been both the best and also the worst months of my life, in ways that I 100% would have never, ever expected to happen. So let me just dive into what the fuck's been up with me. Okay, so let's get into it. After Lady passed away, it was really like tough for me to get back into the swing of things. I spent literally like 2 weeks working on this video. I maybe will share it with you guys at some point in life, I don't know, but I ended up working on this video and then losing all the footage and all this stuff. But it was basically a whole video talking about my thoughts on like grief and like the lessons that I was learning that were really influential in me like moving on after Lady passed, and were extremely important to me in the weeks coming up, and you guys will find out why. So I spent a lot of time on that, and in the meantime I kind of just wanted to take care of myself. I wasn't trying to push myself much as far as like creating or honestly doing anything. I just kind of was like going with the flow. I was spending time with my friends. One of my friends performed. I'm honestly scared as fuck. What are you doing?
Hey baby.
Hey.
Hey, 12's here. We on the city walk.
Where are we going? Do you know where we're going? Stop.
He told me when he's gone, he was to do.
this really cool stylist slash designer that makes like really cool punk rock clothes and stuff. Me and Gerard went to Six Flags. We made it! Let's go! Come on, let's go! Come on! Let's go! Look, we have lanyards and water bottles.
Yeah, look,
They're
and
so
there's Daffy
cute.
Duck over there.
What?
Fucking Daffy Duck. Daffy. Nah, that nigga ain't hear me. I'm gonna beat that nigga up later. Got these niggas, man.
It's so beautiful. I worked a lot, which seems to be a running theme with me emotionally when I'm going through stuff. I seem to work a lot. I also was attempted to have a prank pulled on me by my friend Khalik, which you guys saw in another one of my videos. He kind of failed at that, but he attempted. Who is that? Who is this? I knew it! I knew it was a friend.
Oh my god.
Where's the camera? Totally jacked up the prank. Prank
Bro.
number 2 ruined.
Prank number 2, ruined.
This group of people clearly can't do pranks.
Maybe
My phone was fucking recording the whole fucking time.
And I totally knew it was a prank, because I was like, we don't got no money for you to be buying no giant ass freaking teddy bear. I know that for sure. We can't afford that
Why
shit.
is the bear breathing?
And the bear was breathing hard as fuck.
Yeah, why is it breathing? That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Ah,
crazy.
only thing I was trying to figure out is where the
Yeah.
camera was. I was like, I knew you'd be recording.
That would have been such a good video. I'm so mad. Like 80% of my YouTube videos are failed.
That shit was funny as hell though. God damn.
Oh my god.
I like that.
Finally, as I was just like coming to the place where I was moving on past the lady situation, I actually had a great thing happen, which was that me and Gerard finally got a fucking car. I don't know how many times I said in videos before that I took public transportation and that it was like super hard in LA, especially with the job that I worked. But I finally have a freaking car. It was the best thing ever. Me and him were so excited when we took the trip down there. Like, it was the best thing ever.
I wish I had you, and I wish I was instead of
Once I got the car, it opened up so many doors for me. I was able to start looking for ways to build up my acting resume, and that was something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time. So I finally signed up for this website where I could like sign up for like jobs and like just put myself out there more without an agent, but just like try to build up my resume to get an agent basically. And I ended up coming across a audition for a organization, which I'm not going to name any names because I'm pretty sure I might have signed a contract saying that I'm not allowed to tell you guys about this. So I'm not going to say anything about it, but basically it's this organization that's kind of controversial. There's like a lot of conspiracy theories and stuff about this organization, and I used to be really obsessed with like finding out stuff about them and like learning more and all this kind of stuff. So when I found out about the audition, I was like super excited about it, and I did the audition. I might actually put the audition clip in here just for shits and giggles, because I think it'd be funny to see what you guys think. Hi, my name is Bridget Walker. I was born in LA, but I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Unfortunately, there's not really anything interesting to tell you about Atlanta, so I'll just say that the most interesting fact about LA is that there's actually a lot of history here, not even related to movies, related to many other factors of life that people don't really think about. Yeah, that was my audition, and they ended up liking it, and I got hired for the job, and I was super excited for it. So the day of, I ended up going to the job. It was kind of weird because it was like really far away. It was like a 2.5 hour drive just to get to where the job was. And then once I was there, it was a 2 location shoot. So I had to shoot something at the first location, and then I had to drive another like 3 hours to the next location before I got to drive home, which was like another 2.5 hours away because it was a big like triangle in the city. It was a really fun day though. I spent the entire day like just fascinated by everything around me, and I was calling my best friend like all day long trying to tell him stuff about the day. I was texting him all day because this is something that like me and him used to talk about all the time. Like we just like loved like conspiracy theories about this situation. So for me to have gotten this job, I was so excited to tell him about it, and I hadn't gotten a chance to like tell him that I got the job. And especially like being there that day, he wasn't like he didn't know that I was there because he lives in another state. I do the ad, and it turns out great. It was like the best day ever. It was super cool. Like I was super happy because I like did really well with like acting and everything, and like the director liked me, and they like said they wanted to bring me back, and I just was really excited about it because this was my first time really acting as like a principal role in something with like a professional set and like all that kind of stuff. It was like my first time really doing that. So especially having auditioned for it and then like them picking me, like it was just a really big deal. I was really excited about it, and I was just having the best day fucking ever. Say my name, you and this around you, say baby I love you. I, at the end of the day, was driving up from south of LA where I live, and I was like driving, like, you know, dancing, chilling, listening to music. I kept trying to call my friends, but like nobody was freaking picking up, so I was just jamming out, you know. And I get to my house, and I'm outside my house, and I'm checking my DMs because I haven't really been on Instagram at all that day. And I'm looking at my DMs, and I see in my requests that there's a new request actually from my best friend's ex-girlfriend. And this is my best friend that I've had since I was like 8 years old. You guys actually met him before. If you scroll back on my channel, there's a video called Meet My Family. My best friend Elijah, this is his ex who is messaging me. And she was like basically just messaging me all day and was just like, hey, like what's up? And it was kind of weird because I haven't talked to her in like 4 years since they broke up, like a really long time. And so I was kind of confused, and then she messaged me saying that she heard a rumor that something happened to my best friend, and I was like really nervous, and I was just kind of like confused because I was like she's not really someone who like was still connected with the circle. He had a new girlfriend and everything, so it was just like why would you have heard that? And I've been trying to reach out to him all day, so I was just generally like confused as hell as to what she was talking about. So I ended up calling him a bunch of times, and like of course he didn't answer because he wasn't answering all day. And so I ended up calling his mom, and she didn't answer. And I was like, what is going on? Because like this is like my best friend. Like his mom and I are close. Like it was weird that she just would not answer me. And so I called his girlfriend, and his girlfriend finally answered, and she sounded really sad when she got on the phone. And so I was like, hey, are you good? Like, I don't know, I'm just calling because like I've been trying to reach E all day, and like he's not answering me, and like I called his mom, she's not answering either. And then like I got this really weird message from like one of his exes from the past. I was just wondering, like, is everything okay? Like, are you good? She sounded like super sad and like quiet as fuck. Like you could have heard a penny drop on her end of the phone based on how quiet she was. And she was like, you haven't heard. And I was like, I haven't heard what are you talking about? And she basically told me that that a couple that this is still hard for me to say out loud, and I was really trying to make this video without like crying or making this a big deal. So this is the reason that I haven't made a video in months, because I can't get past this thing that I'm trying to tell you guys about right now. And it's just like how when Lady passed, like it's like I didn't feel like being creative and doing other things because it felt wrong to ignore this major thing that happened. But at the same time, it's so hard to acknowledge the major thing that happened because that makes it more real and you have to admit to it. And that's why like I'm like shaking, like just trying to say this, like, but I really want to get this out and say it because he would want me to. I don't know, just like so long. It's time for me to go ahead and say it. And I'm not gonna cry because I've made like too many videos crying. My literal last video on my channel, I was crying, so I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna say what happened. So his girlfriend let me know that earlier that day he had passed away, and that was why he wasn't answering my calls. And immediately I was extremely shocked. Like, I've never been so shocked about something in my entire life. Like, even when my dog passed away, like even when Lady passed away, I was expecting that to happen. She was pretty sickly and like older, and she'd been going through like health problems for a while, so I knew it was coming. When she said the words that Elijah passed away, I swear to you, like, it was as if someone had straight up walked in front of my face and just like been like just like shoved their fingers into my eye socket and like down into my throat and grabbed my heart out and like tore it out, and it all happened within 0.2 seconds, and I was just standing there like literally. Sorry if this is like a little bit weird. I have a tendency to make jokes in order to keep myself from crying or like being too upset about things. So if you see me like laugh in a really weird, like awkward, nervous way, like that's what's going on. I'm not like, this is really not funny, but like this is a really weird thing to talk about, and I really kind of don't know how to get it all out there, but I also feel the need to get it out there. So I kind of just want to let this out, and I feel strange about doing it. So please just like, you know, bear with me about how I let this out, because this one's a big one, y'all. I don't even like know how to deal with it, and I don't know if you can know how to deal with it. Like, is there a way of dealing with something the right way? I don't know. When she told me, because I was so shocked, I think I screamed at her something along the lines of like, no, like, you're joking. Whew, okay, so I kind of got saved by the bell. My boyfriend just called me, and I'm no longer quite as emotional as I was before. Trying to be a little bit more chill about this. I'm sorry also if this is like hella freaking lopsided. I can't get the camera to sit straight. Okay. So, yeah. Long story short, my best friend passed away. This was my best friend since I was 8 years old. He was literally the closest human being to me outside of like Gerard, and the closest human being to me like for a lifetime, because it's like, you know, obviously like my mom's super close to me, but like, you know, when you get older you stop being as close to your mom, you get closer to your friends, and like that's the friend I got closer to, and then like, and it's like that was my best friend. Like, Elijah was my ace boon coon #1 best friend, and he was my brother. Like, we ain't doing this. I can talk about him in another video, maybe like a year from now or something, when it doesn't cause this emotional and violent of a reaction. But that happened, and the world stopped. I didn't care about like anything else that was going on at all. There was so much else going on at that very moment. I was working on so many other things, and literally like I couldn't give less of a shit. Like, I canceled work. I've never canceled work before. Don't plan on canceling work now, but like that was one thing that I actually would cancel it for. I flew to Georgia, and I was with his family and his girlfriend and friends and everyone who he loved, which was a lot of fucking people, because he was one of the most amazing human beings to ever walk this planet. All of life stopped, and I had to deal with E. And now it's been like a couple weeks, I guess. I don't know, maybe a couple months. I think it's been maybe a month since he passed. His birthday's coming up in a couple days, actually, which is how I know that it's been like at least maybe a month since it happened. And I felt like, because his birthday's coming up, he never wanted me to stop. Like, he believed in my YouTube and like everything else that I did like so much. He constantly used to like get on to me. Literally, we used to have fights about me not uploading regularly enough, and I felt like, you know, it's coming around to his birthday. He wouldn't want me spending his birthday being depressed ass bitch, because he's not around, you know. Like, he would want me like out here doing the thing that I love and doing the thing that I used to do. So that's why I had to do this. I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so back to the story. So basically, after he passed, like, I kind of like, it took me a minute to get back into life again. I again try to do the same thing, which I think is really important when you're going through anything traumatic or like deep in your life, is just take it easy. Like, life, you don't have to take it that seriously. If there's anything that I've learned through the past few months that I've been going through all this wild ass shit, is that like the shit, like, you know, material possessions, working, hanging out with friends that, you know, you've known for a few months, like all those things really don't mean that much when it comes down to it. Like, your own relationship with yourself, your family, your loved ones, your mental health, the people who are friends but aren't just friends, they're family friends, like those things matter so much more. And especially when you're going through a traumatic experience, like, fuck the bullshit, like, fuck everything else, just fall into the people who care about you, fall into being in situations where you're protected and loved. Don't be afraid to have fun and escape a little bit. Don't be afraid to like feel your emotions and sit with them. Just do what feels right and go with the process. And that's really what I've been trying to do. It's hard because like life is all about a balance, and it's like for me it's like I'm trying to balance and I'm trying to let myself just do what I want to do, but I have a tendency to be like the very opposite of balance. Like I get so obsessive over things, so I try to be like super like open with my emotions and letting myself feel them, but then I end up super depressed and like can't get out of bed. Then I try to not be super depressed and allow myself a little bit of escape and distraction and move on, but then I end up super escapist and distracted and not dealing with my emotions at all. So it's hard for me personally to find that balance, but I think the thing that makes it a little bit easier is just to not be so hard on myself and allow myself to find the balance and not worry about not having yet found it, if that makes sense.
Experience a life in which unconditional love is the motivational bottom line of our life's purpose and all of our decisions. A life where relationship with God helped us grow into our highest self. The day I fell in love with Elijah, we were in a park in LA. Elijah and his friend decided to play basketball against two guys they had just met on the court. It was summer of 2017. The sky was bright blue, the sun was shining, and there were deep green trees all around us. I was sitting on the sidelines watching as the game started. I could sense apprehension from the two guys once they realized Elijah was talented. His talent was really undeniable. The two guys were more aggressive than necessary to overcompensate, I think. But Elijah ignored it, and he started rooting for them throughout the game. Rather than showing them anger or arrogance, he showed them love and would positively acknowledge when they defended well or made a tough shot. Although he was playing competitively and trying to win, of course, he easily could have dominated and been unkind. Instead, he genuinely encouraged them as if they were his teammates. As the game progressed, I watched the two guys gradually improve. Over a short amount of time, they played with more ease and more confidence and more joy. By the end of the game, all three of them were laughing in the sun together. And I knew I was in love with him. Elijah could turn any negative into a positive. He was confident, but also so effortlessly humble. He never felt the need to dim someone else's light. In fact, he highlighted the light in others, and that's why he was so bright. People left his presence, whether he realized it or not, touched by the love of God that he embodied, myself included. Elijah was a perpetually joyful person. He was rarely offended or mad or took anything personally. He had so much love for everyone he ever connected with. Every single.
My son had an incredible sense of confidence that I didn't realize I was instilling in him. My goal as his mom was for him to know that he was unconditionally loved. And because of that love, he believed in himself. So he wasn't afraid of anything. He wasn't afraid to take that scholarship for 1 year, come home. Then he went to Cleveland State Community College, like briefly. He drove home with his little BMW, left his bags, took one bag, brought the one-way ticket, went to California. We didn't have any family in California, so we just went to California. He was confident. He believed in himself. And as I'm hearing, he believed in all of you. He believed in purpose, that we all have purpose. I spoke to his friend yesterday, finally, that was involved in this tragedy, and he feels a tremendous amount of guilt. And he said to me, you know, he's better than me. This should have happened to me. And I said, no, he's not. You see, what we often do is we look at someone like Elijah or athletes or stars, and we think, well, they have something special that I don't have. So we don't even attempt to accomplish or use the gifts that God has planted in each of us. And Elijah recognized that. He and Arisa talked about the parable in the Bible of the talents, of the one that received 3, and one received 5, and one received 1. And one buried theirs out of fear, and the other 2 multiplied theirs. So I encourage you today that as wonderful as my son was and his spirit lives on, you each have a talent. You each have gifts, you each have purpose. And the voids you see in this world is because we're not doing what God purposed for us to do. We all have a little part, so don't take your talents. Don't bury them.
I spent a lot of time crying, tried to make a video talking about Elijah multiple times and could not figure out how to do it without bursting into tears and speaking completely incoherently. I literally keep trying to make this video and it's just like not working. I don't know how to go about this. But I know that I need to, because I feel like I have to move forward, if only even just for this, like the fact that he would want me to, you know? And I keep sitting down thinking like, okay, I'm ready to film this shit. I know what to say. I know what I want to talk about. Every time I fucking sit down, like, my mind goes blank and I just can't figure out how or what I am doing at all. Elijah was the type of person. Elijah used to have this thing that he told me all the freaking time. He said that he was gonna live for 338 years. That he had to take care of his body, his mind, his spirit, his loved ones, his work, like everything, because he's gonna be on this planet for so long. Like, he has to make sure that it's taken care of, you know, so it can like grow with him. And he used to tell me that I was gonna live that long too, and I would be like, bro, like, I don't want to live 300 freaking years. That's a long time. But he would be like, you know, like, he couldn't do it without me and certain other people, that we all have to live that long, or else we weren't, like, he would just be like, we all have to live that long. And I'm trying to live my life based on that motive. I'm trying to live my life based on that motto, that like, I'm gonna be here for so long and I have to take care of everything that's here. But like, there's this part of me that feels like there's nothing fulfilling left in this world because he doesn't get to have any of it. So why the fuck should I? You know? I miss you, E. And then I did more working. That's basically what my life was for a little while. I ended up doing another photo shoot with another guy. His name's Poetic Stoner. Follow him on IG. He's a really dope photographer and a really cool friend actually too.
think I'm stuck inside nostalgia. My mind are in the times when this love was so divine, but now it's feeling like without you. Feeling like how the fuck did we get into a place we ain't accustomed to loving inside her? I know I'm out of my mind more often than not. You know, I'm used to giving this all that I got. Yeah, it's not a waste when that smile on your face. You tell me you out of place, you parked in my spot.
I just had to use doing it. You know what
And eventually, I went back to what the plan was, which right before Elijah passed away, actually, Gerard and I had been hardcore planning and saving to move out into our own apartment. So within a couple weeks of me coming back from the funeral, not even a couple weeks, really, like right when I came back, like I had to get back into that plan, because it's like, you know, life still goes forward even though bad things happen. It's a very, very difficult fact to admit to yourself when it doesn't feel like life should go on at all. But that's true, it does keep going on. So I had to come back, I had to keep working, I had to, like, you know, keep saving and like figuring out this thing. And luckily I have the amazing man that I have, that I'm in a relationship with. Thank the fucking Lord, because he basically handled the entire thing on his own. Like, all props to him. He, like, you know, found this place and like looked for it in any ways, and just he like basically did everything to find us a place. But drum roll please, that's leading up to the fact that we moved into our own apartment. Woo! Yeah, it's not the cleanest at the moment, and there's drug paraphernalia around. I'll do an official house tour eventually, but this is our place. It's literally the size of a closet, but I love it. It's my little home. I'm very happy in it, and we're very happy. So we're in our new apartment. It's tiny as fuck, but I love it, and I'm very, very, very happy. So the process for us moving in here was like a little bit complex and stressful. Basically, at the same time as us moving into our apartment, as me grieving, all that kind of stuff, my parents were also in the process of remodeling their apartment, which we were living in. I don't know if you guys knew that before. I'm pretty sure you guys knew that before. But yeah, we were living with my parents in LA, and they were still remodeling their apartment, and what they were having done was the floors were getting changed. So floors getting changed is like a really stressful thing in and of itself, because you obviously have to move everything off of the floors in order for them to be picked up and then laid back down. You have to literally get everything off of the floor. Literally, when I was told that that was what had to be done, like, my mind could not even compute the fact that that was what we had to do, on top of the fact that I'm already packing all of our belongings to move into our own apartment at the exact same time. All of, like, just, that was hard. So every single thing from my parents' living room, every single thing from the rest of their household had to at one point be moved into the bedroom that Gerard and I shared, which was literally the size of a closet, at the same time as us moving and packing all of those things into boxes to move into our own apartment that same exact week. So we did that. Also, I don't know if I ever got to like explain this to you guys. I think I tried in a video before, but I'm not sure if that video ever got uploaded actually. But we had a neighbor who had a dog who ended up having puppies, and when the dog had puppies, the neighbor used to travel a lot, and she didn't really have anybody to like take care of the puppies, so we took care of them. And so amongst all of the moving and all of that, we had already gotten rid of 3 of the puppies. There was only 1 left, and amongst everything else going on, we also ended up giving away the final puppy, which became, it was a cool thing because it made it less stressful on us, but then it also became a little bit more stressful because the dog who was left behind, her owner was still traveling a lot, and she was alone all the time and didn't really have anybody to be with. But long story short, so we ended up moving into our apartment, and like a week later, the owner ended up actually giving us the dog, Honey. So now Gerard and I also have a little puppy baby that we love. Woo! We in this bitch. Benedict Cook, eyebrows on fleek. The fuck? Hey! Okay. What do you mean a light?
So you need a light for the closet.
This is my place, my home, my sanctuary. To get down,
Our sanctuary.
Mine.
We'll find them mine. I'm sure that this is mine.
That's all you
My
do.
home.
All you.
Stop. We finally did it, y'all. It took us, what, 8 months? But we did it!
It's time to get naked in my own place.
Oh shit, gotta go.
This is the place so far. Yeah, we got a little crop last night. Yeah, it's a little dirty. Cleaning up today. Let me show you the bathroom.
Stop!
Oh shit!
Stop!
Run the fucking window.
So if you ain't gonna have it back there, we're gonna open it up here.
Yeah.
Hey.
If I see a cat, I might hop out of food and nigga just pull up. That's her back, nigga. Get out mine.
Open the back one. Go in the back, honey.
Oh, that's messed up. You get that on the video too?
Huh?
You get that on video too?
Yeah, man.
Kicking it in the back?
Not kicking it in the back. Open the
Damn.
back one. Go in the back, honey. No, babe. Stop. Open the back one. Nigga. That's your so that happened too, all at the exact same time. this all literally happened a month ago because Gerard and I haven't even paid our first like month's rent out, you know, like you pay the move-in costs or whatever, but we haven't paid rent since we moved in. So this literally all happened exactly a month ago. It's been exactly a month since all of this went down. We're in our apartment now since moving into the apartment, and then like finally things taking a breather for like 2 seconds from what happened freaking months and months ago. All I've been doing really is like working a lot, trying to pay rent, trying to like, you know, pay bills, all that kind of stuff. I've been trying to like, you know, take it easy, take it slow, because I've been through a lot lately, and telling you guys about everything that just happened made me realize how fucking much has just happened. Like, wow, I've been through a fucking lot. And as things happen and I'm dealing with having lost my best friend, it's kind of just crazy and weird and hard because like so many bad things, good things, all that kind of stuff keeps happening, and it's like all of it feels weird and wrong because I can't call him up on the phone and be like, yo, eat, like, guess what just happened, you know? And like hear his response. So I'm really trying desperately hard to get used to that. I talk to him all the time about everything, and I feel him talking to me back. I just wish I could hear it. And I'll probably always wish that that was true. But last things last, or best things for last? Yeah, save the best for last. So finally moved in, did everything, and finally I'm coming full circle now that I'm finally like in a place of a little bit more stability and getting to move forward. I'm excited to make videos again, and I'm working on building my freaking acting portfolio and getting into this whole acting thing and building my resume and all that kind of stuff. So the premiere of my first movie that I ever did just came out. It was like a family and cast kind of premiere. It's an independent film, so it's not quite done, but I'm gonna put the trailer in here so you guys can check it out.
All I used to care about was me grinding, ignoring the haters, and having a good time, doing my thing. But, you know, life has a way of teaching you different lessons. And maybe you'll be lucky enough to experience most of them. But I think love, yes, love, that's the best experience life has to offer.
I'm really excited about it. I can't wait for the finished product to be out here. Yeah, these last couple months have been quite the roller coaster, and I don't want to keep talking because I'm sure this video is going to be really long with all the footage that I'm about to insert, because I did try to keep up and like take some clips of things going on as they were happening for you guys, but that's my life. So yeah, I needed to make this video to update those of you who gave a shit. I know that it's not very many of you who will, but for those of you who did, I give a shit about you, so I wanted to tell you because I think you might give the slightest tiny little turd about me, you know? So yeah. I will definitely be back with book club videos. I want to finish out the rest of Women Who Run with Wolves. Clearly it's not going to happen by the end of the year because we're coming to the end of the year very quickly. But I do want to finish it before like maybe March of 2020 or whatever. I like want to get it out there, and then I want to move on to a new book. So, you know, if y'all have any suggestions, especially like a nutri-gender type book, like a book that could be for anybody. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in that. I really like want to move on to something else. And also, you know, moved into my own apartment, so it's time to decorate this shit. I've got a lot of plans, little DIYs I want to do, so I'm thinking about taking you guys on that journey, whether through YouTube or IGTV. So follow me on my socials and shit if you interested in that. Shameless plug, shameless plug. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here and waiting for me and all of that stuff. So that's what's been happening with me, and can't wait for more shit to happen to tell you guys about. We on this journey together. Let's go. Okay, peace. Bye. I don't know what else to say. This feels weird. I haven't been seeing you guys in fucking forever. So, bye.